Okay. That makes me laugh. Okay, okay, serious face. Okay, so I was on Facebook a second ago, okay, you guys, and there's like different support groups for autistic moms, right? And a lot of them are just asking for advice, and that's, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. Ask for input, see what worked for other parents, you know. I couldn't help but notice that a lot of people are asking, like, it's okay to ask, like, oh, okay, the behavior, it's hard for me to control it. Or, like, tell me what I should do, you know. It's all about, you know, getting a jump on it so that, you know, it doesn't progress into something more intense, you know, later. So that's all great and all, but, there was this mom when they're asking advice for, I believe, her 4-year-old daughter. And I'm doing that face not to this lady. This lady had every right to be asking for advice. But there was this other woman on there, and she was like, you know, there's medication. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. For a 4-year-old hyperness, or they want to say the 4-year-old's aggressive. Like, what does a 4-year-old do that's so aggressive? Like, swat back, swing a toy too roughly? Like, that's actually normal child behavior. But if you feel that it's, like, you know, too hyperactive to where it's, like, overwhelming you, because I do know what, I mean, I do share some of that, you know, concern. My daughter does that. She's only 2 years old, but she's 2. She's only 2, and ABA was just gonna frustrate them more. Don't do the ABA. It's stupid. I'm sorry. And I feel like ABA, like, if you have a good foundation at home and you have, you know, structure in your house and there's rules already, you know what not to do, what you're not allowed to do, especially with other siblings that follow the same rules. ABA is totally unnecessary. It's just gonna cause frustration and confuse the communication. But I can't get over this freaking lady that was on the support group. It was really irritating to, like, hear her just say that so quickly. It's like, whose first suggestion is medication to a 4-year-old? And for autism? Are you fucking crazy? Maybe that bitch needs medication. That's horrible. Let me tell you what happens, okay? You give an autistic child medication, okay? But you can't handle the behavior, whatever. No, I understand that some kids with autism, maybe they deal with different, you know, challenges, so it can seem more intense sometimes. But a lot of times, they will get older, and they will calm down more. So, give it some time, honestly, give it some time. I used to be very hyperactive. And when they'd even try to show me things, or whenever my mom would try to touch me, I would freak out, hit back, like I'd swing back, and they would say I was hitting them, but I wasn't hitting them. I was reacting because I was overly stimulated, like them to grab my arms. I felt like almost like really high anxiety, and I would just try to get them off me immediately. So in my mind, I'm thinking I'm panicking. In their mind, they're saying I'm aggressive. My mom would get me, pick me up on my arms. When I was little, I didn't even talk yet. Pick me up on my arm, throw me in a room, close the door, tell me, oh, don't come out until Ashley's ready to come out. Trying to label me border personality. Like, what the hell kind of crap is that? There wasn't enough information back then. I excuse my mother, but it was super stupid for her to do that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mama. Rest your soul. It was really dumb though. She'd admit it herself to you now if she were sitting here. A lot of the times these kids are not aggressive. They are having overstimulation with one of their sensories, which means that they require some a type of sensory input. Some of you might, you know, stemming, you know. you might want to find them certain things that they can do to help regulate their mind and body. I have my daughter, I'm training her right now with balancing toys, balancing and following instructions. That helps with a hyperactive, aggressive behavior, you know. My daughter's a sweetheart. She's not aggressive at all. She's just hyperactive. And sometimes if the parent's not ready for it and the child's really hyper and excited and they're hand frailing, they're like, oh, they're hitting me. It's like, no, they're hand frailing and it's an autism thing, and fucking do your homework. Damn it. Nothing pisses me off. Like, there's no excuse today. My mom, back in the day, there was no information. It wasn't like today. But, so I excuse her. Little cuckoo head. But, you guys, come on. If you can watch this video, you know to go online and look it up. Come on, complain. Your children need you. These children are not aggressive. Nothing pisses me off more than to hear a parent be like, oh, my autistic child is aggressive. It's like, maybe you're talking about them in front of them. Maybe you're sitting there being like, oh my god, my child is so much work. Oh my god, and, you know, like complaining about your child. Like the kid don't understand. I'm not saying that that's what you guys are doing, but there's so many parents doing that. And they make it about them. And it's like, have you ever stopped to like think that maybe your child, like, did you ever stop to think that, what is my child going through? How hard it is for your child? You know, you're an adult. You know, your child is asked for this life, and they're over here with their challenges, and you need to stop trying to understand their world. I'm sorry, but I'm autistic, so yeah, I'm gonna have a really, you know, big opinion of these topics. I grew up with a lot of people being discriminatory to me, and they are discriminatory to me today. I deal with a lot of discrimination towards me and to my children. So, I don't want to jump on anybody because some of these parents out there are really doing their best, and they're trying to understand their children. And you know what? God bless you. For real, we need more autistic, parents like that. They need a lot of support. Children on the spectrum are very smart, very, very kind, compassionate children. They just need a little support and understand what their sensory inputs are. So I came on here real fast just to like share with you guys why I'm so against medication for autism, okay? Real fast. I look like people. I'm about to go to bed right now. I've had like a really long 3 days. And I'll tell you why. It's perfect timing for this video. So I don't have my medication. Let me share with you guys a little bit about my medication. So I was one of those children that was, aggressive, okay? I was an aggressive child. My little tiny, pint-sized self. I think I was about 2 feet tall until I was in the 5th grade. So aggressive, so hard to manage. Okay, so they put me on Adderall. My family was like, oh, she's too much. Give her medication. They didn't want to deal with my sensory issues. Give her medication. Then the doctor said give her Ritalin. They started me on Ritalin at first, and they put me on Adderall. So hear this. I honestly don't think that I need that medication. Well, I didn't need that medication. My parents were being lazy, and they're just like, oh, okay, she's crazy, give her medication. And guess what? 2018, I tried to get off that medication cold turkey because I just was tired of society trying to tell me how to behave. And so I was taking that medication because everyone said I made them uncomfortable. Oh, she's too hyper. You're a loose nerve. You give me anxiety. Here, take this medication. I handled everything fine. I didn't forget things. I was maintaining a 4.0 GPA at my university. I was fine, but I still made everybody else uncomfortable. Like, continue to take your medication, Ashline. Did you take your medication, Ashline? So I got irritated. I got off that medication cold turkey in 2018. That's what happened to me. I had 4 back-to-back seizures. I almost died. My son was running down the street. I was choking on my own vomit on top of a staircase of the house. I was already turning blue. My eyes were covered in vomit. I was choking. I was dying. Then the ambulance pops up, and then I go into another full-blown seizure. When the sirens, I have issues with repetitive sounds. And because I have a neurological difference, now Adderall is not meant for, it's meant for ADHD, it's not meant for seizures, so why is it that I have to take this medication to this day or I have seizures? It's because people on the spectrum, autistic people like myself, we have a neurological difference in our brain. We can't just take a medication consistently for years and then have it pulled away, especially when we have issues with our sensories. I've always had issues with sound stimulation, so when I take the medication, I guess I've adapted to dealing with everything while on this medication. So when you take it away, I have issues how I deal with the sounds and the things around me. It becomes more intense. I'm not able to handle it as well anymore. And then I go into seizures. I've had 2 mild seizures just this last in July. So I've been since 2018. I was so upset that now I'm stuck on this medication that I don't want to be on. The courts are like, oh, you have to be on your medication or you're not getting treatment. And so we can take your kids away. I was like, wait, you want me to be on drugs? What? Okay. I understand why they're saying it is because I have seizures. When I don't take it, I'm winging off right now. I've been winging off for like quite a few years now, but I've just been doing it gradually. Now I've gotten down to 15 milligrams. So I'm taking a mild dosage, but still, it's a hard medication to get. So when I came to San Diego, it's hard to get that medication. I had to like go to a primary care physician, get a referral, go see a psychiatrist, and not every psychiatrist will prescribe that medication. Well, guess what happens to poor little Ashley? Poor little Ashley has no medication now. Doesn't want to be on it, but has seizures when she doesn't take it. And now I can't find a doctor right now that will give me my medication. So I'm just here hoping I don't have a seizure. And thanks, Mom and Dad, for being lazy and just trying to give me meds, and now my freaking body can't handle being without it. So I'm very much against medication. I get really upset when I hear a parent. So this is why. So if any of the people that's arguing with me on the freaking Facebook, if you see this video now, you'll understand why. Because I actually have experienced it, and I can actually drop dead because of this stupid mistake that my parents made. Do not give autistic people medication. It is not a clinical disorder. It's a neurological difference in the brain, which means it's very dangerous to just put them on a medication and take it away. Neurological difference in the brain. Need I say more? Jesus Christ. So everybody, I hope you guys do your homework. Don't give your kids medication for autism. Not only is that fucking insulting to every autistic person, it's not effective. With little boys also, when they hit puberty, it makes them very aggressive. They can't help it. And then there's a big chance that if they ever try to get off that medication, they can have, a bad reaction, like seizures, like me. So, there you go. There's a little bit of food for thought for you all. And if I can give any suggestion, I've been hearing a lot of people not complain, but just very lost. Like they seem very stressed out about their children. It's like the child's for. I know it's a lot. Trust me, I got a 10-year-old and he used to poop on the wall. So I'm not acting like you guys are crazy. I'm sure it's very intense, but at the same time, spend more time with them. The more you engage them, the more you read, the more you talk to other people, and don't talk to a person. Choose, consider your source, everybody. If you're an autistic parent, a parent with an autistic kid, and you're not autistic and you don't understand autism, but you want to be there for your child, please, anyone trying to suggest ABA right off the bat, anyone trying to suggest medication right off the bat, that person is not the person to be getting information from. And in my opinion, that shouldn't even be a friend of yours because they're being discriminatory to your child. That shit is out. Out. Anyways, I'm about to go to sleep right now. My beautiful little babies. Like you see, I heard a lot of people talking about their kids being aggressive. Both my children are not aggressive at all. My daughter's a little hyperactive. My son Ozzy's 10, and usually you always hear like with the boys is more aggressive. My son is a gentle giant. He's a big dude too. He's 160 pounds. He's a freaking sweetheart. He's my little teddy bear. Well, my big teddy bear. Bigger than me. But I think it just has to do with like, getting on their level and understanding them. Caring about them, expressing and talking to them like they understand everything. I hate when they did that to me when I was a kid, when I didn't speak. People would be like, oh, what's wrong with her? All weird about me. It's like, why don't you just talk to me? Like, I can hear you just fine. I'm not deaf. What the hell? And there's nothing, I'm just not an intellectual disorder. I have big conversations with my son Ozzy. He only says a few words. But he just smiles at me, laughs, and he hugs me. He knows what's up, I think that's the most frustrating thing for a child, especially if they're nonverbal, is that you don't talk to us. It's like, I like to be talked to. I like to be included. I like you to look me in my eyes and smile. I know I have trouble looking around, but that's what the child needs, is for you to pull them out of their little bubble, especially the parent. I'm not going to say everybody. I can make us kind of uncomfortable if it's like a stranger, but if it's mom, if it's mama mouse, for sure. For sure, you're supposed to get real close with your child. I don't care if they don't like to be touched. Ozzy didn't like to be touched in the beginning, and neither did I. But my mom also found a way to, like, when we do the little massage train, I would be like rubbing my mom's back, and then my mom would be rubbing my brother's back, and then we'd switch and we'd do a little train. We would just do little, like, I would give her massages that would help her relax. She used that little, sympathy, empathy card on me. She'd be like, my legs hurt, and she'd cry. And then I'd be like, oh, I felt bad. So then I would rub her legs, and then would make me like do things that I wouldn't usually do, because I wanted to take care of my mom. So, I would say the mother is the most important role for an autistic child, honestly. For any child, really. But an autistic child, I don't want to say that, but unfortunately, a lot of the men aren't really, able to tap in the way that what the autistic child needs. So moms, it's up to you guys. Just read your homework and don't immediately get frustrated with your child. And please, they understand everything you're saying. Don't be a meanie. Because I bully police. Just like, I'm so annoyed. I'm sorry. I'm so annoyed with mean parents. I'm sorry. It's not you guys. I was literally on like that Facebook and just reading all these messed up comments, and it made me feel like, oh my god, they're lucky they're millions of miles away. I started stretching, cracking my knuckles. I got my Snoop Dogg shirt on. Just like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed, you guys. I'm feeling delirious. All right, bye, guys.